On debate number 2, with me in the studio is Sambit Patra. We have a full house in the Mumbai studios of Times Now this evening. Sambit Patra, national spokesperson of the BJP, joined by the president of the Bharatiya Republican Party, Bahujan Mahasangh, grandson of Dr. Ambedkar, Prakash Ambedkar. With me in the studio also is Waris Pathan, advocate and MLA of the AIMIM, Sabha Naqvi, senior journalist, Shabnam Lone, senior advocate, and MR Venkatesh, CA and BJP-leaning policy analyst, is completing our panel tonight. Now, I just want first to get a sense of how many people still, after the videos that we have put out, would defend the Netagiri which happened after that. Would you, Prakash Ambedkar? You saw the Netagiri which happened after that, with everyone going and saying, oh, you know, freedom of expression, human rights violations, people are not being sensitive, fundamental rights being violated. How many people would take that kind of a superficial line after the videos being shown? Would you?
Let me first let me put first on record that those who have given these slogans, anti-national slogans, your videos have identified them. The police should take action against them, and as a nation, we should all be firm that those who give...
So what was the freedom of expression argument? I don't understand it. Is it no, what was the freedom of expression argument there? Where was that? I want to understand, because I don't seem to get it. Where is the freedom of expression argument? While support... a freedom of expression argument was made there. Who was the freedom of expression argument made for?
The question is, we are a democratic country.
Yes.
Freedom of expression has been given to us by Constitution.
Yes.
But at the same time, subsection 2 of section 19 puts a restriction.
I'm aware of that. We're debating about it.
Now, what are those restrictions? Have never been stated anywhere in the first place.
Oh, so you're saying it's one by one. Sambit Patra is rebutting you. No, we are all in the studio tonight. I must allow the rebut. I must allow the rebut here. Please, he's rebutting you. He's rebutting you, sir. What's a rebut is being...
Mr. Prakash, please hear me out.
Mr. Prakash, look at him and answer.
What is the restriction?
Let me complete what I have to say. Those restrictions are that I should not hurt the feeling of the others.
Okay.
This is one. The second is, my restriction is that I should not speak against the nation.
No. These are the two restrictions. No. Now I'm allowing the rebut.
Has to be followed now.
Why I'm allowing the rebut? I'm allowing the rebut.
Based on this, those who have given slogan have violated both, and therefore they should.
So what was the Netagiri going on over the last week?
See,
Netagiri has been proven wrong.
I'm not speaking of Netagiri.
No, but you saw the Netas out there and said, no, 1 second, Mr. Ambedkar, we saw the Netas, and then we saw some semi-academics write half-baked research pieces in newspapers saying freedom of expression, etc. So I'm now asking you today, where does freedom of expression Article 19(2) of the Constitution apply in this case? Because if it applies by the same logic, then it must be said that Praveen Togadia also has the freedom of expression when he incites hate with his divisive comments. Praveen Togadia will say, I'm exercising my right to free speech. Won't he say that?
What is
won't he say that?
It's one of the cornerstones of liberal government.
Really?
Now you are trying to connect freedom of speech and expression with something. See, whatever a person has said against the country, we all condemn it. We are condemned it to the teeth. But now you have to understand the Constitution under Article 19A has guaranteed
Sir, I understand it. You don't.
Now 19(2) says that the speech should be such.
Okay.
You kindly see the Kedarnath judgment, Arnab, before coming to a conclusion. The Supreme Court has given certain guidelines before coming to a conclusion that it is sedition.
Okay. Waris,
kindly follow the Supreme Court.
Waris, we have 6 panelists here. You would have to stop your point at this time. Sambit.
Look, Arnab, the question over here is, they're all talking about a technical term that is freedom of expression. They are quoting the Constitution. They are quoting certain judgments. Please ask your heart, what is freedom of expression and where you should not trespass and transgress. Should you say Pakistan Jindabad in India? Should you say Hindustan ke 100 tukde ho? Your heart will give the answer. Leave aside everything else. Your heart will say whether you should say it or not. But I tell you, Mr. Waris, I tell all the politicians, just a second. Let me complete. Through this channel, today I ask all the politicians, you all know the truth. You all know what has happened in JNU is absolutely wrong. You all know that today you have been caught on the wrong foot, because for the first time a video has surfaced which points the fact, which nails it. But yet you want to play politics on this because you want a few votes. You want a few votes. Just for few votes you want to sell off this country? What are you up to? Just a minute, Sabha. Allow me to complete. I'm very emotional on this subject today. I'm extremely emotional on this subject. I want to address you all through this subject. What is this new trend going on in India? The trend of celebrating anti-nationalism. Afzal Guru is hanged. You want to discuss Afzal Guru. Yaqub Memon is hanged. You want to celebrate Yaqub Memon.
No, we don't.
Batla House encounter. Batla House encounter. Sonia Gandhi. Just a second. I'm not just addressing you, sir. I'm addressing all the politicians out there.
But then democracy, I have my rights.
Sir,
I have views.
What right do you have? What right do you have to speak against this country? You have no right to speak against this country. Tell me, what right do you have to celebrate?
Hear each other. Don't speak over each other.
Anti-nationalism. What is this new trend? Why do you want to celebrate Yaqub Memon? Why do you want to celebrate Afzal Guru? Why do you want to celebrate terrorist after terrorist? Why do you want to celebrate Ishaq Jahan?
Why don't you listen to him? Why don't you listen to him? Why don't you listen to him on the other side? 1 second.
I ask as a common Indian. I ask as a common Indian today. What is happening to my country?
Let him please. 1 second. You restrain yourself, please. Sambit Patra, restrain yourself. Sir, don't give me technical arguments. What is Patan? Don't give me technical arguments. Enough. Then let me ask you, and you please hear me quietly for a minute. Don't speak for a minute. Mr. Waris Pathan, please stop and don't repeat yourself. Please understand. Will you call out the likes of Sakshi Maharaj and Yogi Adityanath, who make the most communal vituperative comments, since they too are, you will say, exercising their freedom of expression? Will you call for the arrest of Sadhvi Prachi when she makes provocative comments? Or is she also just exercising her freedom of expression? Why do we arrest pro-Khalistani terror sympathizers? Because they will also say we are exercising our freedom of expression. Why do we not condone pro-LTT? Pro-LTT.
Pro-LTT. Those people. Balwant Singh versus
the fact that emerges, Waris Pathan,
even if they are not acceptable, does not amount to sedition charges, mere phrase and words. Even if you don't like those words, does not amount to sedition charge.
What do you mean by even if you don't like those words? No, what do you mean? What is this? I asked a question of you, Mr. Varish. I have freedom of expression. Mr. Varish, you just
let him respond.
Mr. Varish said, even if you don't like those words, who likes those words?
No, let him speak.
My question is, who likes those words? Pakistan Zindabad. Who likes those words? Hindustan ke 100 tukde honge. Who likes these words? Go back India. Do you like them? Do you like
the guidelines by the Supreme Court?
Do you like Supreme Court will decide this? Or your heart will decide this? No, who will decide this? Your conscience will decide this, or the court will decide this?
Mr. Patra, do you mean to say that you are not believing the judgment of the Supreme Court?
Love for my country will not be decided by any court or any law. Love for my motherland will be decided by my heart.
Okay, here's a question. 1 second, everyone pull back for a minute.
And I have a minute.
No, the 3 panelists have not spoken. 3 panelists not in the studio have not spoken.
Before you go to the panel, I just have a minute.
Yeah.
In 1998, there was one case of a spy case where 10 people were arrested. Out of 10 people, 9 were jailed, which was known as Yugoslavia spy case. 1 person was free. I would like to know from Mr. Batra why the BJP did not press for the 10th person to be prosecuted.
Why should I be going into all these technical details when all the truth is out in the open today?
No, Mr. 9 persons are already in jail today.
Mr. Prakash, my simple question with all due respect is, do you like this slogan? Pakistan Zindabad. Do you like this slogan?
No.
Do you like this slogan? If you do not like this slogan, should not action be taken against the concerned person? Should not action be taken against the concerned person?
I am condemning all these slogans.
Tell me, what do you want?
What I am saying is that people have right of expression by shouting anti-India slogans. There is a selectiveness. And this selectiveness is eating into the country.
No, what selectiveness?
I'll tell you about the selectiveness. I'll tell you about the selectiveness. I'm coming to Sabha, Shabnam and M.R. Venkatesh. Please, right now Sabha will come on to the debate along with Shabnam and M.R. Venkatesh. I agree. One second, Sabha, before that. I agree of the selectiveness. Because there are a lot of people, who today are writing long articles, freedom of expression, freedom of expression. Pratap Bhanu Mehta, freedom of expression. Everybody else, freedom of expression. I didn't see such articles when freedom of speech was trampled upon during the UPA time, when Asim Trivedi was arrested. You would remember, on charges of sedition. It's September 2012. I didn't see a word then about freedom of expression, because the man was a cartoonist. There were no long articles in newspapers and violent protests, and at the same time the Delhi Gymkhana circuit did not come out in unison saying freedom of expression has been violated and Manmohan Singh is the most tyrannical prime minister alive. I didn't see a word when under the UPA government in Maharashtra, 2 girls were posted for comments they posted on Facebook in the aftermath of Balasaheb Thackeray's death, questioning the shutdown. I didn't see any words then tonight. At that time, I didn't see Lutyens Delhi's circuit come out and speak in one voice about freedom of expression. I have not completed. As for Binayak Sen, he was arrested in 2007 by a Chhattisgarh government ruled by the BJP. He was arrested under the Chhattisgarh Special Public Security and Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. I did not see at that point of time anyone stand up in unison talking about freedom of expression. Now they present an argument of freedom of expression, which actually will also end up, being the kind of argument that Sakshi Maharaj will use. Because Sakshi Maharaj says after Dadri, we won't remain silent if somebody kills our mother, we are ready to kill and get killed. Using the argument that is now being used to defend the indefensible acts of the anti-nationals at JNU, the arguments of Sakshi Maharaj and his words would be completely innocent and acceptable under the Indian Constitution. Can anyone tell me tonight, how do you defend this hypocrisy, Sabha? The hypocrisy of it. Who will answer for the hypocrisy of this, Sabha and then M.R. Venkatesh?
There is no question that Sambit is standing there. Can I now say one thing? Sambit is going on and on about there is no one who will ever defend the kind of slogans that were raised in JNU. And I'm also very worried about the dangerous trend.
It was a systematic
I also want
campaign.
Answers at the politics. Can I finish, Arnab? Systematic. Okay, Arnab, can I finish? I'm also very worried, Sambit, and I have questions about the politics that has broken out after that, also from your side. I want clarification from the Home Minister. I want to know why a press conference explaining
Sabha, you do not have the courtesy of at least condemning what is happening in JNU. You immediately jump to question the Home Minister.
I want to know.
Why? No, why? Sabha, I'm absolutely pained and disgusted. Today, when the so-called Lutyens Delhi people should be united, as Arnab rightly pointed out, in unison against this anti-national sloganeering, we are questioning the Home Minister. Why?
He should know. What is the intelligence? Why not?
That is because no one of you have any other choice rather than to condemn. What choice do you have? Had it not been on a video footage, most of you would have been standing by them without condemning.
No, please don't challenge.
I know, we all know you. We all know you, Varishji. We all know you. It is only because the videos have come up. Otherwise, you would have never condemned it. It is only because these videos are out, you are left with no option. Otherwise, you would not have condemned it.
One question tonight. One question tonight.
That in 1949, the RSS had an agreement with Sardar Patel stating that the RSS will accept this flag, national flag, constitution and
Sabha. I want to know from Sabha. I have a question for you, Sabha. Sabha, what's Mr. Ambedkar, Sabha, listen, why did you deflect my question? No, 1 second, Sabha. Listen. No, Sabha, you are giving a speech and not answering a question, and I must stop you and say that please listen to the question and answer the question. You can make a speech after that. The fact of the matter is this, Sabha. Why did you avoid my question on the hypocrisy of it? You didn't say a word on the hypocrisy of why people were silent earlier. Where were the people? They were not there? They were hiding somewhere?
No, they were not silent, Arnab. I myself wrote about the Facebook post. I myself wrote about it.
You are not the government, are you?
I have written about those girls being arrested.
You're not the government.
By the way, the law has
You're not the government.
I'm not the government.
What was the government doing then, the Congress?
No, are you wanting a statement on the Congress?
No, I'm asking you.
Afzal Guru.
No, I'm asking you. Also, Sabha. What's it?
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about a very simple thing. I'm talking about hypocrisy, Sabha. In case you don't understand it very clearly tonight, I am talking about hypocrisy with a capital H. I want to know tonight that if Yogi Adityanath says that Muslims consider terrorists their protectors, Hindus must unite and remain alert of Muslims wherever they live and confront them if the situation so demands, then I can tell you, Sabha, you are the first person then who says, why is the law and order machinery not being used against Yogi Adityanath? You will be the first person, and you have been the first person in the past. When Giriraj Singh makes vitriolic remarks in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections, I clearly remember, and the viewers of Times Now will remember, you have been the first person saying, why is the law and order machinery not being used against Giriraj Singh? You want the law and order machinery to be used when Giriraj Singh and Yogi Adityanath and Sakshi Maharaj violate freedom of expression, but you don't want freedom of the law to be used. You don't want law to be used, and you talk about the interpretation of 19(2) of the Constitution when these anti-nationals go and they gang up in JNU. That's hypocrisy. No. M.R. Venkatesh coming back to the debate tonight. I want an answer to hypocrisy tonight.
I'm not, use it. Arnab, use the law. I'm not saying that.
I have a question.
Find the right
The problem with likes of Sabha.
10 seconds.
Arnab,
just 10 seconds. Venkatesh, just 10 seconds. A question to Sabha Naqvi. Sabha, you began your talk today by saying that you have a question from the Home Minister, you have a question from the Prime Minister. I would have not questioned your hypocrisy if you would have said, I have a question from the JNU administration, I have a question from the JNU Student Union, I have a question from the JNU students.
I have information. I have information. By the way, viewers, I have information. I am getting information from sources which needs to be confirmed that SAR Gilani has been arrested. Please continue. M.R. Venkatesh. Let's check that. I am getting information. SAR Gilani has been arrested. M.R. Venkatesh.
Arnab, the problem with likes of Sabha is that they run with the hares and hunt with the hounds, and I'm deliberately mixing my metaphor. If it is cheese for the goose, it must be cheese for the gander. Unfortunately, people like Sabha try to distinguish depending on the color of the people who make these mistakes of being anti-national. And this is the biggest problem that we are facing. And this is the biggest trigger for this incentivizes these students. That there is a huge Rakians club with a media power, lung power. Please understand,
what you're talking about.
I am not saying you are anti-national. I am saying that you are supporting anti-national by your silence, and I am making this.
Don't go around.
No, I am not labeling you. I am saying you are silent. I am saying that you are silent deliberately.
I want correct
I am saying this deliberately. You are silent because you did not condemn it. You did not condemn it. You did not universally condemn it in the first place. That JNU has become a hotbed of anti-national activities. You please understand. Article 1 precedes Article 19. The unity and integrity of this country cannot be compromised by any article, any subsection, any law, any person. And that be it, these people abuse their speech, they abuse rather the freedom of speech.
We'll get
Which is why the Home Minister of India should have accurate intelligence.
The freedom of speech enshrined in the Constitution. And people like you have been party to this. Let us be very clear about it. People like you have been party to this. You have been incentivizing these type of rogue elements. And that is why today this nation is facing this type of problem. Let us be very clear that it is this type of pseudo approach to every single problem that we have.
Should I reply?
Please, I have no problem. I don't have to listen to you, Sabha. I don't have to listen to you.
You can shout pseudo anti-national.
No, I'm not shouting. I'm making a very serious
Don't even try.
I don't have to shout.
I think it's very important
the whole nation is shouting at people like you. Please understand.
I'm very worried about
Please
that.
understand.
Okay, I have a question for Sabha Naqvi tonight. 1 second. I have a question for Sabha Naqvi tonight. Sabha, answer with facts tonight. 1 second. Let someone be reasonable tonight and answer with facts. We get information that SAR Gilani has been detained. 1 second. 1 second. Now we know tonight. 1 second. We know tonight.
This is the problem that you
1 second. We know tonight what SAR Gilani did. We know that he took out. We know what he's been doing. We know the seminars he organizes. We know the anti-national activity of SAR Gilani. We know how he was trying to celebrate Afzal Guru. We know how he was trying to celebrate Maqbool Bhatt. Let it be said by any of our panelists tonight, let it be said by Sabha tonight, that she is against the detention and arrest, if necessary, of SAR Gilani. Is that also something the government should not do? Sabha?
I'm not. I expected him to be arrested.
Yes, so that's the point tonight.
I am not saying that. Not at all. I thought he would be arrested.
So my question tonight is to my question.
I thought he would be arrested after the events in the press club.
So my question tonight is this: Shabnam Loan. My question to you tonight is this. Shabnam, my question to you tonight is this. those anti-national, anti-India elements who deserve to be caught, those anti-India elements who deserve to be rounded up, those anti-India elements who must not see the soft underbelly of the Indian state but the tough hand of the Indian law and order machinery, were today seen in the video chanting the name of Togadia and your brother Sajjad in the same breath. Tell me, why were there chanters naming Togadia and Sajjad in the same breath? You must have seen it.
I did not see that video, and Sajjad can answer for himself. I'm not here to answer for Sajjad. But however, this discussion which I have seen throughout, Arnab, I'm really very worried because I see the situation in Kashmir and I see the situation in the country. What is all this, where is all this going? I've heard Sambit Patra, he's patting himself on the back that look here, we did this, look here, we did that. Let me tell him with certainty that they are just making political capital out of this. This is a dangerous turn for the country. Look what has happened.
Political capital? What is a dangerous turn? What is political capital? You mean to say you are free to shout against this country and we should only wait and watch doing nothing? No. What is interesting?
You carry you always carry toxic thoughts and you hurt
toxic thoughts.
Panelists. Like
Pakistan Zindabad is toxic thought. Bharat Mata Ki Jai is not toxic thought. I challenge you today. I challenge you today, Mrs. Lone. Shout with me the slogan Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Shout with me the slogan Bharat Mata Ki Jai. I challenge you. How many people on this channel, how many panelists on this channel can shout along with me Bharat Mata Ki Jai? This is an open challenge to all the panelists today. Let us see who want to fight for India and who think otherwise. Miss Lone, I challenge you, can you leave aside all other words? Just say along with me Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Just say with me Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Let me see which is a toxic thought and which is not.
I'll show a video tonight. That part where they say Sajjad Shunle Azadi. Can I have that part of the video tonight? Viewers, can I play that clip? Can I play that clip? Okay, viewers, for a minute, I believe.
You are making capital out of it.
Will not say
Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Prakash will not say
Bharat Mata Ki Jai. How many people in this country can say Bharat Mata Ki Jai? I challenge. I throw the challenge tonight. I throw this. Well, say Waris, बोलिए Bharat Mata Ki Jai. बोलिए Waris,
Indian Muslims in our country.
challenge करता हूँ.
We are those people who have rejected the
Bharat Mata Ki Jai. बोलिए.
Yes, we have rejected the
Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
I am sitting here and meeting with you.
I think Sambit, cut the rhetoric. No, one second. Just 1 second. I'd say one second. Prakash Ambedkar, let me say something here. I'm saying Sambit to Sambit, so he will have to hear me this. Sambit Patra, I will also tell you this. Please don't do this, assume that you are the only nationalist out here. Those who disagree with your views are not nationalists. And if people have to say Bharat Mata Ki Jai, they don't have to say it on your prompting. That's not my question, and please don't do that. The
we
question,
don't have to prove before you or anything.
I said that. Acha, now calm down. Okay, so Mr.
We are here because we have rejected the two-nation theory of Jinnah, and we are proud Muslims sitting with you and defending.
You said RSS was with the Britishers.
We are
reservations in taking Bharat Mata's name, and you are challenging me?
No.
Okay.
Ask Miss Lone over here. Miss Lone was right. I am not going to shout. I have made the point. Let the country decide.
So I won't listen to you.
I have made the point. Let the nation decide.
In my heart. The love for the country is in my heart and my mind.
1 second. Just 1 minute. The 1 minute. The question tonight is back on the videos, and I now want to show that one video. I want silence. I want the video to play in the middle, and our panelists, Shabnam Lone on one side and the other panelists on the other, and I will just play one small video. Viewers, see this 2.5 minute clip. See what's gone on in the JNU campus. See this for yourself. And I think this most dangerous thing which can happen is the invocation of religion in the sloganeering which supports separatism, the use of violence and terror, the invocation of religion. And I'd say this, if you want me to be blunt tonight, then Shabnam Lone, before I play the video, listen to me. If invocations of Har Har Mahadev and Jai Shri Ram to incite people, to divide Indian from Indian, to divide Hindu from Muslim, before the demolition of Babri Masjid or during riots are absolutely condemnable and inhuman. This is also inhuman, that people are doing religious invocation, religious justification given for the blast at Malegaon and Samjhauta Express is not acceptable. Similarly, what's happened in the JNU campus is not acceptable. I am really worried tonight about the combination of religion and separatism to advocate the same cause. And I am shocked tonight that India's politicians, who should be more responsible at a time like this, are having a damn good time seeing what advantage they can take in the process. And shallow writers, shallow opinion writers, who don't understand how dangerous the situation is. My question is to Shabnam. What's going on, Shabnam?
Yeah.
What is this, Shabnam? Who do these people represent? These are pro-Pakistani anti-Indians. We have to round them up. Let's not intellectualize. Those who have intellectualized this have done a great disservice to the nation.
Arnab, 20 seconds. Arnab, 20 seconds. Can you listen? You see, I am equally worried. I was rather surprised when I heard the slogans in JNU, undesirable slogans. But the question is, how have things come to this stand? Now, if the Home Minister today says that he has intel about LET, why did he act only after this event?
No,
Where was the intel before this event? What are they doing? Then ABVP comes out and makes a tamasha out of the whole issue. The real issue gets sidelined. And it becomes the BJP versus the rest of the party.
What do you mean?
Now what has happened is, it is the sedition and Afzal Guru. What do these two have to do?
What does she mean?
Sedition has been described by the Honorable Supreme Court.
The sloganeering?
We are bound by the Supreme Court. Sambit Patra cannot stand in judgment of what the Supreme Court has said.
Why is she trying to beat around the bush? Can she be direct?
Can she just condemn it?
I think I'll take a break, but when I come back on the other side, when I come back to the other side, I will also ask Sambit Patra that all this, your outrage is understandable, but Sambit Patra, you have a goon in your party who's an MLA of your party called O.P. Sharma, who's seen to be dragging a Communist Party of India worker from outside the cause and slapping him, beating him, and pinning him to the ground. Sambit Patra, first of all, I'd say you have no right.
By the way,
you have no right.
Watch to that.
Watch. I'm taking it up on the other side. I'm taking it up on the other side.
There's a JNU and you. I go on in JNU, either BJP MLA. This is Gunda Raj, Mr. Patra, BJP MLA.
Let's show the footage of what happened.
I'll answer, Mr. Goswami. Don't worry.
The entire nation is asking you the question.
I will answer, Mr. Goswami.
Here's the
only question I'll answer that. But suddenly you all have found your voice.
BJP MLA went there and thrashed there.
Yes, show the footage. Let's show the footage. 1 second. Pictures don't lie. Pictures don't lie. Show the footage full frame of the incident which happened.
There's a protest tomorrow organized by the Women's Press Club. That means all the women journalists who are members of that, there's already officially a call against the violence women
and Sabha, is there a protest? 1 second, that's all very good. No, 1 second. Is there a protest? Is there a protest against the Netagiri which ended up justifying the the anti-India campaign? Is there a protest against that as well, or one forgot about it?
Sabha only has a BJP beating stick. She doesn't have any other
What happened to the protest or then why the silence on that?
We are taking it up as a...
Taking it up as a what? Why is there no protest on that? Why is there no protest on that? Why is there no protest on that?
Women journalists were attacked.
That's okay, absolutely. But I think all
journalists were attacked.
Absolutely, you're absolutely justified in doing so. But I think it is time that all sane voices also speak up against the anti-India vitriol which they were indirectly supporting for the last 3 days, which was going on at JNU. I'll take a short break and I'll come back on the other side. I'll come back on the other side after a short break. Okay, now I just want to play some footage of what happened, outside the Patiala House Court. Somebody look at this very carefully, okay? You have this fellow from your party called O.P. Sharma. He is seen in this video that we have in our possession, dragging a protesting Communist Party of India worker from outside the courts, slapping him, beating him and pinning him to the ground. Is there a law and order machinery in Delhi, or do you think this BJP lawmaker deserves no action? And if you believe the videos that we are showing in the case of the JNU students, right, Prakash Ambedkar, if Sambit Patra accepts that there should be action taken on the basis of the other videos which are being shown, then should he not also take action against the BJP MLA? No right. He has no. What's Prakash Ambedkar to Sambit Patra, please? Yeah. Yes,
once you say that the action should be taken against the JNU videos which are being footage which are being shown, that the same principle should apply to the person who's been beating outside, and the BJP should own up that they are going to take an action against those.
I think this is BJP. Then I want you to say.
Patra should say either yes or no action will be taken.
You respond.
He should not. He should not say that Bharat ki jai by saying Bharat Mata ki jai or Bharat ki jai is an issue.
No. Mr. Patra, I want to ask you one simple question. Now, as Arnab said, that looking at the videos, your party took step actions against the JNU students. Now today the same video, one more video is being played on the TV channel since evening. Yeah. What steps have your party taken against the MLA who was stressing the CPIM man? Now, is this not Gundagardi? Is this not Gundaraj? You go to the JNU campus, catch the man, hits him in front of all the cameras. Is it doing for the publicity? Or is it doing for your parties? The party's dictates are such that you go bang, speak words, incite violence. Is this the policy of your party,
question
BJP, before the country?
My question
kindly explain to the nation.
If the Home Minister of India
taken against that MLA till now?
If the Home Minister of India can take tough action against those anti-national elements at JNU, then I want to know why the Home Minister of India, to whom the Delhi police reports to, does not take action when a so-called lawmaker, actual goon of the BJP, literally pins down a member of the Communist Party of India at a time when the issue is already under the watch of the law and order machinery in the state. I mean, you cannot use this as an opportunity to square off your old battles with the left. And why are you mute on this, Sambit Patra? Suddenly I find today your interventions are down, right? Your sense of indignation is lost.
No, it's not.
Right? And suddenly you want us to be extremely patient. Look at the pictures again.
Rajnath Singh must come and say what steps has he taken today. Rajnath Singh must come on the national TV and say what steps he has taken against the MLA of the BJP.
No, had this been, please tell me, had this been a CPI MLA, then Sambit Patra would be the first person saying arrest the man.
Put sedition charge against him. That would have been your words. Put 124 against that person. That would have been your words, Mr. Patra. That puts sedition.
Can I
because he's a member, he's a assembly.
Answer,
he's elected member. He's elected by the people, and he is behaving rudely.
No, you are.
I will answer.
BJP.
I will mince no words.
The nation wants to know.
And let me tell you, I will not justify this.
Why?
Because I firmly believe this is diverting the topic from the real issue.
No. Not that
you are diverting. This is diverting. I agree with you, Arnab. I agree with you.
Hitting the people on the road.
Shabnam is responding. Shabnam is responding and Sabha is responding. Shabnam and Sabha.
Suddenly all of them have found their voice. Suddenly.
Shabnam is saying
Shabnam never found the voice of anti-nationalism.
Shabnam.
Sambit Patra, can you keep quiet?
Why should I be quiet?
Shabnam.
All those who were quiet in anti-national issues suddenly have found their voice. When I was ready to speak the truth, you were all found their voice.
Okay, Sambit, be quiet.
Sambit Patra, you should mean what you say. Fact is, you don't mean what you say. One.
No, what do I not mean? What don't I mean?
Let her
I have a message for the JNU students. Please. Now, what I heard the other day when I was watching some of the students, when they were talking about Afzal Guru, they were repeatedly referring to the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court. Now, I want to tell the JNU students that Afzal Guru was wrong by the then government.
Was the name of the judgment
not by
Azadi?
the Honorable Supreme Court.
No, what judgment she's talking?
I want to put it on record. that I appeared...
No, Arnab, you should show those slogans yet again. Where was the judgment referred to? Is the judgment name Azadi? I heard only Azadi of Kashmir. I heard only about Azadi of Kashmir. I heard about Pakistan Jindabad. I heard about South Tukde ho Hindustan ke. I heard about Barbadi ho Hindustan ka. Where was judgment referred to, madam? Where was judgment referred to? Please don't buy excuses for anti-nationals. Miss Lone, don't buy excuses, for God's sake. Don't buy excuses for anti-nationals.
By every other institution.
The country will never forget you. The country will never forgive you if you try to buy excuses for the anti-nationals today. Both to Sabha and to you, I would say, please reach out to the truth, accept the truth. The country has seen the truth. Don't try to buy any kind of excuse for them.
Judicial solace to the common Kashmir.
Last question tonight on the Newshour.
Students' Union should go and find out about those cases.
No, Arnab, this is not fair.
Okay, Sabha wants to make a point. Before Sabha comes in, before Sabha comes in, before Sabha comes in, Sabha, I'm coming to you, Sabha, but before that, I'm making one point to Sambit Patra once again, that Sambit, members of the media have been roughed up by alleged lawyers, female correspondents, women correspondents have been threatened, all in the presence of the Delhi police, who turned onlookers to this complete chaos outside the Patiala court. I at least want a promise from you tonight that your Home Ministry will act.
Yes.
I at least want condemnations will not do.
Yes.
No. I at least want a promise that your Home Ministry will act.
Mr. Patra, at least condemn the incident.
I'll condemn it 10 times. I have no hypocrisy over here. I condemn that, and I tell you, law will take its own course. No one would be let off. Law will take its own course. Yes, Sabha.
Yeah, please do. No. Arnab, allow me to say two things without people interrupting me all the time. Number one, Sambit, I'm very worried. Your MP has also given incitement that traitors will be lined up. And number
Sabha,
two,
you were never worried about the JNU administration, no? Sabha was not worried about anything else. Sabha is suddenly worried about the BJP. No, Sabha, you were not worried about the JNU administration. You were not worried about the fact that there were a whole lot of people shouting anti-India slogans. You never said that. You never said that I was very worried that Pakistan Zindabad was going on. But suddenly you say that you are worried because some member of parliament or some MLA has done something.
Don't even try that. Don't try that. Get correct intelligence. Give a press conference tomorrow. Get the Home Minister to explain
so please
his own intelligence sources.
If you don't understand, it is not my problem.
Who question you anything.
I never said you are anti-national. I said you are supporting anti-nationals. I said very clearly you are supporting anti-nationals. You are providing intellectual, financial, moral, media, every sort of support to all sort of anti-nationals. That doesn't make you anti-national, but that does
is Sakshi Maharaj
eminently qualified as
is Sakshi Maharaj anti-national?
Please let us be clear about that.
Is Sakshi Maharaj anti-national? Is Sakshi Maharaj anti-national?
No. We are not debating Sakshi Maharaj.
Are you going to reduce India to a tin pot?
No, please understand, Sakshi Maharaj is a different issue.
No, why not?
Sakshi Maharaj may be an anti-national also. But you kept quiet. You kept quiet when JNU happened. You were not quiet when Sakshi Maharaj spoke. That makes you a hypocrite. So please keep quiet. You cannot talk because you have lost your objectivity. That is the point. You have lost your objectivity because you are selective on Sakshi Maharaj and selective in your silence in JNU. That makes you an absolute hypocrite.
Okay, viewers, I'd say this. Those who are,
sentiments of the people.
Those who are, I'll close by just saying one thing. I'll close by just saying one thing. I will just close.
JNU was for Rohit Vemula.
1 second. Prakash Ambedkar, I'll say one thing to Sabha. I'll say one thing to Sabha before I close the debate. Sabha, a self-destructive line of argument that you used tonight, because any reasonable and rational Indian will say that Yasin Malik is dangerous to India and so is Sakshi Maharaj. Yaqub Memon and Afzal Guru are dangerous to India and so is the language of Praveen Togadia and Sadhvi Prachi. So don't try and create a moral equivalence between the two. The question is simply this, and you should ask yourself this question tonight, that if you are defending the right of some anti-nationals in JNU to say the language that they have said, then you will also inevitably be providing a cover and an escape for Sakshi Maharaj, Yogi Adityanath, Giriraj Singh, Praveen Togadia and Sadhvi Prachi. So think about it. I thank you all for joining me on debate number 2 on the Newshour tonight.